What's up, guys? This is Astranox. We have Yulha. She just was released right here, and I'm gonna be summoning for her. In this video, I'm gonna be bringing her to plus 15. We'll talk about her skill ups, and hopefully I get the artifact. If not, well, I'll have to summon more until I get the artifact, or I might just get it for Powder of Knowledge. So this hero, I'll talk about her throughout the video, and I'll put gear on her. I'll talk about why I'm putting that gear, what stats I'm aiming for. So Yulha, Earth Knight. Let's begin here. Let's see how lucky I am, or maybe not. We'll see. We'll see, right? Okay. So I do have the Covenant Bookmarks. I do have the Mola. I have the Catalyst. I am good to go. Let's see if I'm lucky here. Nothing. That's the usual. Okay. So this account is my second one, and I'm building toward that billion gold once again. I have it on my third account. Look at those beautiful sky stones. Oh man. And yeah, that's free to play. I've just been saving for it must be over 2 years. Like it's pretty crazy. Okay, so here she is, and the artifact Sphere of Sadism. I said I want to get it. I want to, you know, show you guys how she performs on her own artifact, because it is built for her, right? So let's try to get that. Let's see how hard it is. And here we go. And hopefully, if you're going to summon, well, hopefully you guys are lucky and you're getting Yulha, you know, on your first 10 pull. I mean, if you're doing single pulls, you know, first pull, that's the best, of course. Oh, could it be? Could it be the artifact? Come on, baby. Come on! Oh, that's what I don't have. Okay. The care on artifact. Let's continue. Can't complain. Can't complain. Do we have? Oh, no way. I got her already. Wow. That's great. That's great. Oh, she looks cool. Nice. Okay. So now it's about the artifact. I got her early. What maybe I get more than one copy of Yulha. I do have the bookmarks, right? So let's go here. Let's see. So go back. Okay. 1374. Let's push it, right? Let's push it. I mean, I'm not gonna triple S her, but if the game keeps giving me multiple copies and I don't get the artifact yet, then yeah. Doctor's bag. This artifact was buffed, and thank God it was, because it wasn't the struggles before. You guys know about that, right? Oh man, Doctor's bag. That was not an artifact players like to use before the buff. Come on, baby. Oh man, how many will it take? I didn't check how many bookmarks I had before I started summoning, but what was it? Like, this is 30 pulls, isn't it? I got it in the second 10 pull, I believe. What? It says 92 till guarantee. Oh, it's going fast, guys. It's going fast. This could be the... This might be the 5th 10 pull right there. When you do 10 pulls, you don't quite remember where you're at in terms of summons, unless you checked how many bookmarks you had at the start. Well, you guys can just rewind the video and check how many bookmarks I had, compare it to how many I have at the end. Come on, man. I might just get her for powder. I mean, the artifact. What? Oh, okay. Come on. You know, like, imagine, like, you keep getting off artifacts. Are you kidding me? No way. Ugh. You know, like, you're trying to get the artifact and you just keep getting 5 stars, and you're like, oh yeah, that's it, right? It must be it, right? But nope. Hope it's not. What are the odds to actually get the artifact of you know, Yulha? There's a boost. Okay, that's it. It's 1.05%. Well, if I mean, look, it's 1.75% chance to get a 5-star artifact, right? Out of that, like 1.05% is her. So it's more than half the chance when you get a 5-star artifact for it to be the banner one. So why am I not getting it? Well, it's luck. It's luck. So let's continue. Am I continuing? Oh, let me check. Let me check. How many pot of knowledge do I have? I do have enough. Just go for another pity, right? Like that's the smart play considering the amount of bookmarks I have, the currency, the gold, the sky, so I can just secret shop refresh, right? If like I'm in the struggles in terms of bookmarks and I really want more because there's like a limited hero that comes out or something like that, I can't skip this, guys. Oh boy, I think I don't know. Do I go for a third pity? Third pity. I've been getting a bunch of 5-star artifacts. Like, I can't complain really, right? Like I can put them to good use. Maybe I don't. Then I get powder. Or really powder 5-star artifacts though, but 1124. Come on, I'll just do another one. You guys want to see it, right? You guys want to see it. Okay, I can't skip this. It was worth it. It was worth it, I guess. Because this might be it. Come on, man. Come on, over half the chance to be it. Where is it? Here it is. Here it is, boys. Here of sadism. We got it. We got it. Okay. Good news. Didn't have to use powder. Can save that for bottle of knowledge. Okay. So I'm just gonna grab her artifact, power that stuff up, and we'll see. We'll see her skill up, and we'll see her stats when I put gear on her. So here we go. Alright guys, I got her, I got the artifact ready. Let's power her up real quick here. So, I can get her to 6-star easily now. More easily, because I got a second copy. That's cool, I can activate the memory imprint. Doesn't happen often that I go for things like that, but, you know, since I got her so early on, I guess it made sense, right? It made sense, I had extra currency, so that's why. That's why. So let's promote this right here. Okay, and I got everything ready. Let's just use the penguins. Let's bring her to max level 6-star and get going with the skill ups and the gear. Now this hero, this is definitely an interesting hero. Reflect damage, right? Like it's already part of the game. Reflect damage has been here, you know, for forever when the game got released with Royal Tarnar Guard, basically. You know, 3-star ice knight. You know, he has reflect. There's Domino that, well, she used to have it. Does she still have it? I think she still have it, but it's not as powerful as it used to be. Wait, it's not an activatable. It's a triggerable skill now. That's the thing, I believe, from what I remember. You guys can correct me in the comment section. But what should you guys think about Yulha? I already gave you guys my thoughts in a separate video, but I want to bring a few things forward here. Is that, you know, her passive, there's the reflect portion of it. I have a pretty good feeling that the reflect 30% is actually going to play with her survivability. I think she's actually just taking 70% of the damage, and the reflected 30%, she's not taking it because it makes sense. She was reflecting 30% back. I think she shouldn't be taking it, right? But I think that's the way it works, and because she didn't take that much damage from Hwa-Young, which usually hits like a truck, unless their gear was completely garbage on the Hwa-Young in the video, right? But she had a tag buff, and she's Earth, so she should have been taking a beating, right? Hwa-Young, like penetrating defense as well. Like, I think Yulha actually only takes 70% of the single target attacks damage. Like, that is very strong if that's the case, but players can just straight up ignore her, right? Like, that's my problem with her. They can just straight up ignore Yulha and just take care of her later, because her skill 3 won't deal that much damage if she didn't take damage at all or much damage, because the more damage she like health she lost, the more damage she's gonna be able to deal. But if they just straight up ignore her, it's not her time to shine, right? And she uses the skill 3. Like, how hard is it even gonna hit? Like, we're gonna have to test that out. That's the thing. So definitely stay tuned for the showcase video after this one. We'll see what kind of number we can get out of Yulha with 15 skill ups. That's going to be interesting, right? And we'll see, can we really bait Hwa-Young? Can Hwa-Young just go ham and not pop her? Because, like, you need a lot of health on Yulha. You want to build health because, you know, her damage is higher. When you build more health, better survivability, more damage, like that's what you want, right? So she needs to survive the initial hit, and if you can get her to drop, you know, 30% or less HP, she's gonna trigger her passive. Right? She triggers the passive, and she push her CR. She gets a thick barrier that looks to be something like 30% of her maximum health. That's solid. She also removes all debuff from her before applying the barrier and pushing her CR. Like, that's good because there's a lot of debuffs in the meta, right? A lot of strong, high speed, like cleave, single target burst heroes like Ice, if they, like Terra, right? If they or Ran, like they open up on you and they lap your team, they get a lot of turns over you. They're dishing a lot of damage against your team. If your defense broken, right, you could just get one shot. That's another thing. And she's Earth, they're Ice, right? So it helps. Ran with a defense break. So here, let's go into the skill ups. In terms of memory imprint, yeah, I could definitely pop, activate this thing here. Self imprint, more health. That's good. It works off her base health. But I might just give the attack to the team. We'll see who I'm going to be using with her. But I'll just leave it at that for now. Now, we got her artifact. It's right here. This thing it's good because she gets a barrier at the start of the battle. Now, I'm wondering, like, how good is that barrier, right? And also, like, if she doesn't have the barrier anymore, then there's the fact that she can trigger her passive, right? Clear all debuff, get another barrier that's very thick. I'm pretty sure that barrier from her passive is more thick than from the artifact, right? So at least you have that. Or you have someone in the team that provides barrier. I mean, that would be weird to have so many barriers across the whole team, when you already have, like, her passive and her artifact. So plus 15 means only 15% damage increase, right? From single target attack if you have a barrier, all right? Like, other knights can wear that as well. But of course, it's going to be best on her. So yeah, this thing, you could get more copies, I guess. Not that big of a deal. You could be wearing Portrait of the Saviors. You could be using the Guild War Unity artifact. Look, it's like don't worry too much if you don't have this thing. Don't chase for artifact. Use Pot of Knowledge if you don't feel lucky, because it can go real bad real quick, guys. Like, you have to remember that it can go bad, and you might not see the artifact like thousands of Covenant bookmarks. Like, it happens. It happens all the time. Just keep that in mind. So of course, with 5 accounts, I can save resources, and that's why I had 262 Mola. That's pretty crazy to a lot of people, but 5 accounts, you build hero that gets to release only on one of those accounts, rarely on 2 or 3, unless they're like super OP, overpowered, right? So here, what do you do in terms of skill ups? Well, she's gonna... You have to wait for her turn, right? So do you want her to have more Cabatunez push, because she's slower and you might be fighting teams that are fast? Maybe you get someone else on your team that's pushing her CR, General Purgus, let's say. They attack your whole team, there's no restrict, something like that. So yeah, you could have skill ups into the passive, but the skill number 3 will be very important, because if you don't get the damage, guys, you don't down the target, you will not get the health recovery back. And that health recovery is very good. I mean, it looks to be, it did look to be she went up in health by almost 10,000, I remember, and her maximum health was 26,000, guys. So it's like 40% of her maximum health. There was no Shimaja staff, nothing to boost green numbers. So that is pretty nice. That's pretty nice. So you definitely want to down the target, because, well, if you down the target, you don't have to worry about it anymore, right? That's the first thing. And then you get the health recovery, which stabilizes her and allows her to stay in the battle longer, which means you're going to be able to have her being useful. Maybe you got, you don't have her own artifact on her. Maybe you have Elbrus Ritual Sword, because that sounds good, man. That sounds real good, because she's got Resurrected Provoke. Even if she goes down, the Resurrected Provoke will stay on the enemy. Much more powerful than Provoke, right? 100% chance. Think about Fall and Cecilia, all those annoying provokes that she got because of Fall and Cecilia, right? She doesn't go down, the barrier keeps triggering on her, she's super thick, right? It's bothering a lot of players when that happens. Now, Resurrected Provoke means that she might not be the one getting hit, but you want to build her with a lot of health, so she does get damage resurrected onto her, because single target attack are what's happening with skill number 1s of players, right? You're forced to S1, which means damage will be redirected on her, 30% of it. And if she takes only 70% of the damage of single target attack, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Better survivability to take all these hits, all these punch, and she's reflecting damage back. Little by little, you're chipping away at their health, and you're dropping skill 3. Maybe you're soul burning it for 20 souls, so that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great if it works. In principle, it sounds nice on paper, sounds nice, but how does she actually perform in real life scenario, right? So here, in terms of skill ups, right? I said the skill 3 is very important, so there is that. But also, you might want to get the effect chance on the skill number 1 because 100% chance to redirect and provoke is pretty strong. Now, you need to build effectiveness on this hero because this debuff is very powerful, right? So you have to keep that in mind. And penetration of defense is cool. You don't need to build crit chance and crit damage, so at least it saves stats for the other stuff. Health, defense, speed, effectiveness, so that's the good thing. Some player might build effect resistance on her. Okay, so early skill ups is good because it's only 1 Molagora, right? Low cost in terms of catalyst as well. So you might go like for 3 initially. 3. The damage is too important, guys. Like, I would really push this to +5 ASAP. You could push this as high as possible, right? Get the +2 here for the effect chance to become 90%. And then, it costs more to get the 10%, but I would push it. I would push it, especially if you're going to be running Elbrus, especially if you're going to be putting her on a counter set. Like that, it's pretty crucial that you bring that to 100% chance, right? Because you still have to roll the dice every time. Am I getting hit by the 15% innate resist? The target might be, an evasion-based hero. Maybe you're attacking a fire hero or something like that. It doesn't mean that this redirected provoke will be landing all the time, right? It won't be landing all the time. There's a bunch of check that the game has to go through for these things to be happening, right? So yeah, get as much damage as possible. Like, it's crucial. It's quite crucial because, like, her job, if she she cannot knock out someone and trigger the health recovery, like what's her purpose? What's her purpose? Wait for the passive to trigger and just trigger a bunch of redirected provoke? That doesn't sound so good to me, right? Like, there's better heroes that will fit her position instead of that, instead of her. Okay, so we got her at 15 skill ups. Let me put some gear, guys, and I'll talk about my stats and what I feel like, with the stats I'm gonna have. So here we go. All right, guys, here she is with gear. That is her stats, and I'm pretty happy with them. Some pieces of gear not so good, but to be honest, that's nice. That is nice. I could, reforge away the crit chance, but the skill 1 can always crit. And to be honest, I don't want to do that because I might just use that on someone else later. So these pieces of gear from the Ancient Inheritance are actually real nice. Look at that. Like, that is perfect for her. That is perfect. Like, everything you want is right there. And I really like to all see and get pieces like that. So that's definitely a solid contender for her. Reforge here the crit chance, but like I said, maybe you want to use that on someone else later. Really depend. Doesn't mean that you're going to be using her forever. Maybe you end up benching her. Stuff like that. So this first one is it's okay, right? It has the right stats and get defense on the weapon, but defense percentage, like, it's okay. It's okay. The values are not so high. Also, the necklace, it's pretty bad, like very bad value on this. But with the reforge, the effect resistance, having some is not bad. I wish I had more effect resistance so I can at least resist more often. Heroes that don't really have effectiveness and they have like some annoying debuff and stuff like that. But she can clear all debuff from herself. She does have immunity set, and I have her on counter. Be honest, if her artifact doesn't perform well, I'm just gonna scrap this thing. I'm just gonna scrap it. I'll just put Elbrus Ritual Sword on her. It's like I said, you could put Portrait, you could put Unity, Guild War Artifact, just because you want to push the damage a bit higher so you can actually one-shot with the skill number 3, because it's quite crucial that you actually do that. But we'll see how thick this barrier is and how helpful it is. Like, do I have a barrier when it's time to actually do the damage, right? Like, because if you don't have the barrier, then what's the point of using this thing? And skill number 1 is really strong. Rhetoric to provoke 100%. Having the effectiveness is going to be quite important because of this thing, right? I'm going to be keeping the attack percentage imprint. I might switch it to self-health, but expect in the showcase that I might just straight up change this Sphere of Sadism for Elbrus Ritual Sword, because I feel like it's gonna be much better, but I won't have the damage. That's the thing. But I also won't have the damage if I don't have Barrier when it's her time to shine with the skill number 3. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Now, in terms of stats, very nice. I mean, over 28,000. Yes, I could push that. You can, on an endgame build, reach like 30,000 up. She's got the base stats of F.O.O.L and Cecilia, like, which is ridiculous. And definitely 30,000 up is something to aim for. Maybe you use imprint of other heroes in the team to push your health further. Now, defense is going to be important because you want to take less damage, right? You need to have a balance of health and defense so you have a higher effective health pool, right? So it's important because you're going to be able to stay in the game longer, and those barriers that she's going to have, the healing that she's going to do with the skill number 3, including the rest of your team helping to support her and keep her alive with multiple layers of protection, plus, you know, the healing and maybe barrier somehow. All that stuff will play hand in hand to keep her alive longer, and she's gonna stay on the battlefield, do her job, and stay there for many turns and be real annoying, and the enemy will have to worry about the reflect, and they have to take her down. They want to win, they have to take her down. So yes, they can ignore her early on, but they have to transition onto her and eventually take her down. So, I mean, yeah. Now, speed is important. You want to get more turns. Yes, you can soul burn here, bring that down to a 4-turn cooldown after skill up. That's cool. But you definitely want to be using that more often, and you want to be doing redirected provoke on actual heroes that you are targeting and not rely solely on Elbrus or counter trigger. So that's another thing. And if they ignore you, you have counter set. Well, she's not going to be counter attacking, is she? Unless they have heroes that attack everyone, which increases the chance of her to counter attack if they actually trigger counter attack. It's not like a Pavel, Spectre Tenebria, right? Crit chance, you don't need to build it, and crit damage, but if you want the skill 1 to land as critical, it's not a big deal, to be honest. Not worth it because the skill 3 will not be critting, so I wouldn't worry about that. Now, effectiveness, very important, 68%. To be honest, I wish it was higher, like higher to the point to put effectiveness on the main stats of your ring. I don't know about that, because Resurrected Provoke will not be happening against support heroes with like 200, 300 effect resistance or higher. So yeah, keep that in mind as well. Now, effect resistance could be good to have a small amount, you know, so like I said, heroes that don't have effectiveness or trying to attack her randomly, whatever, you don't want those pesky debuffs to land on her. That's something that you can work toward later on, right? But I feel like I have a pretty nice balance of stats there. And don't ignore defense. She doesn't do more damage the more defense she has, but you want to balance it. Don't worry too much about it. The priority is health over defense, but have some, right? Have some. I wouldn't say to the point of having defense percentage on the main stats on a piece on the right side, unless that piece is amazing and you have insane health percentage on it, effectiveness, speed, you know, like the other stuff is there, very high value. But outside of that, don't go out of your way to get that defense, because health is going to be the priority. So yeah, I feel good about this. Can't wait to showcase her, so definitely stay tuned for the video after this. That's it for this one. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all ya do. Peace out for now.